Hi guys, so I am going to share, of course, my favorites with you guys, and I am late to the ball game, but I was going to skip my favorites this month because I felt like, first of all, my favorites are probably obvious, and two, I was sick for half of the month of November, but I shall share away anyways, and hopefully this is interesting. So I'm going to start off with the random stuff first, and the first thing that I want to mention to you guys is lemon essential oil, and the reason why this is a favorite of mine is because I get bouts of seasonal depression, and my seasonal depression isn't crazy, but there are days where I do feel really down, and I just feel like a uplifting essential oil is something that everybody should have in their home, because you know there are days where you're gonna feel blue, and I feel like lemon and oranges, those types of scents just remind me of summer, and they just make me happy, especially lemon. There's something about lemon that I just love. So I like to put this in my oil burner. I also like to put this in my bubble bath, and it just makes me happy. It really just uplifts my spirits, and I love it. And this is from Plant Life, but I feel like any lemon essential oil will do you good. This one just smells really straight up like lemons, nothing artificial. This is the real deal. This one is from Plant Life, but I know that our Cassia makes some really good essential oils as well. Another thing that I've been loving is Witch Hazel, plain and simple, and I have been using this as my toner in the mornings, and this just really soothes my skin, and especially when I'm feeling sick, I love to use Witch Hazel because I don't know, my skin just feels really inflamed and just very irritated, especially around the nose area, especially when you have that really runny nose or stuffy nose and you're always blowing your nose. I love using Witch Hazel around there because it really just soothes it. So that definitely has to be a favorite of mine. And this is the Target brand, Up and Up. And Deb the Makeup Noob told me that the Target brand is cruelty free. So that is awesome. And yeah, I've been loving this. So yes, this is a beverage, but I wanted to throw this in here because it is so good. And this is the Arizona Prescription Stress Herbal Iced Tea. It is a refreshing all-natural tonic. And I have seen this around, but I have always thought that it was like a gimmick and it really didn't work. And I just tried this last month and I really like it. This is the perfect tea to drink right before bed, or if you're having any anxiety, and I've been having a lot of anxiety this past month, but this seems to really help calm me down. I don't know what it is, but it has chamomile, valerian, vitamin B6 and B12. I know B6 and B12 are really good, you know, to help your nerves and things like that, along with magnesium. But I don't know, I would definitely suggest anyone who has stress or anyone who has anxiety or has insomnia to try this out. And sometimes I don't want to drink a warm drink at night. Sometimes I just want like something cold and refreshing, and this is it, and it calms me down and I love it. Okay, I've been loving a lot of eye products, so I will start with that. Of course, the Too Faced Everything Nice palette. See, this is what I mean by obvious. Like, I've been obviously loving this. But yeah, I've been loving, let me show you. I've been loving Fond of You, After Hours, Marvelous, which I did a tutorial using that color. Be You, I've been loving Honey Pot, Shiny Happy, and Too Glam. Too Glam is a beautiful emerald green, and I love to use that on my lower lash line. So those are the colors that I've been using. I haven't really been using the face products because I have a lot of like single face products that I gravitate towards, but the shadows, they're amazing, love them. And then the Anastasia Tamanna palette. This is just another go-to palette. I love this one. I really don't know what I am going to put on my eyes because no matter what color combination you use using this palette, it always looks beautiful. And you can get a really nice warm toned eye look or a very nice cool toned eye look, and that's why I like this palette, because it's so universal and perfect, and yeah, it's amazing. And these two single shadows I was loving. They are like the perfect kind of shades that I like to wear in November. Gold, copper, yes, and this one is the e.l.f. Pigment eyeshadow in Goddess Golden Goddess. And let me tell you, this is so like buttery and pigmented, and I love it. As a pressed pigment, this would be amazing, but it is a loose pigment. But there it is. It is so pretty. And this is Jordana Color FX eyeshadow in A Classic, 13 A Classic. And it is a beautiful copper shade, and this is also so pigmented. And these two shades look so good together. And so that's basically how I was wearing it. I would put the copper like on the inner and outer corner of my eye, and then pop the gold in the center. And I've been doing that a lot lately with my shadows, and I love the effect of it. So those are definite fives. Of course, this will be no surprise, but for brows, this was all I was using all month, like all month. This is amazing. This is the IT Cosmetics Build-A-Brow in Universal Taupe. And my brows just have never looked so good. I'm wearing it today. It's so easy to use, and it just makes your brows look so flawless, and I just love it. And I do really like the brush with it. However, the brush that I was using and still have been using with it is this one, and this is from Royal and Langnickel, and this is the 1/4 inch acrylic handle brush, and it is like a slanted brow brush. And this is actually like a painting brush. You can find this at Michael's. And I don't know, it just really makes my brows really sharp, and it's just the perfect brush. It doesn't pick up too much product. It just picks up the right amount, and it just makes it so easy to fill in my brows. So I've been loving that. For blushes, the only blushes that I was really using were these two L.A Color single blushes, and this one is in the shade Toast. This is more of a lighter shade, and it is more peachier. And then Spice, which is more neutral and more brownie colored, and there it is. These two colors are so pretty, so pigmented, so easy to blend. Love them, love them, love them. And I found them at the Dollar Tree for $1. Even better. So love those. And for face, I have been using these two foundations. This is the L.A Colors Again Liquid Makeup Foundation, and this one is in the shade Natural. Now, I will say that these do oxidize, but these are so similar to the Bourjois foundations, and I just love them. They're not heavy coverage. They are a light to medium coverage. They smell really good too, and I like the way that they feel on my face because they don't feel heavy, and I hate heavy foundations, and it's just really easy to blend. Like I said, it's very similar to the Bourjois foundation. I do not have it here with me, but the gel foundation. So the other foundation that I have been loving is the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination in the shade Medium. This is a powder foundation, and like I said, I've been sick, and so I like something like this because you can just pop it on your face, and it just makes you look more lively than you are. So plus I have dry skin, and it just gives me a very flawless face without making my face look cakey, and it just gives me like a very natural, luminous kind of face, and I love it. And then to go along with that foundation, I have been loving the Physicians Formula Healthy Wear Foundation. I have been using this to set my under eyes. It is very pigmented because it is a foundation, but I just love the effect it gives underneath my eyes. It just makes my under eyes look very flawless. And every time I pick this up again and use it, I just fall in love with it. It just always gets lost in my mass quantity of beauty products. Okay, so for lips, very simple. I've just been pretty much wearing these two things. This is the Essence lip liner in the shade Satin Mauve, and I guess I'll swatch it. And this was also my favorite in the month of October as well. I love that liner. And then I have been pairing it with this lip gloss, also from LA Colors. I've been loving LA Colors. And this is in the shade, if I can find it. I don't know if it has a shade. I think it does, but the shade isn't on here. But it is a really pretty, like, purpley mauve color, and it pairs really, really nicely with the lip liner. And you can find this at the Dollar Tree, or you can look it up online. But that is the color that it gives, and it is so pretty and so natural. I love the way that this smells too. It smells like bubblegum. I know not everyone will love the scent of bubblegum, but I love it. Also, I wanted to mention that I didn't use tweezers for the month of November. The only two products that I used were these. And this is a hair trimmer. This is from Noxzema. And yeah, it just trims your hair. And then I've been using this, which has like a little razor to it. And this is all that I have been using to groom my brows. And I don't know, I just feel like I like the effect of these two better than my tweezers. Even though I love my tweezers, these are from Anastasia. But I feel like I really can get every hair with these. So I've been loving these, so they're a definite favorite of mine. I also wanted to share this guy with you. I picked this up last month and I just fell in love with him. I found him at an antique store. He is an antique. The antique store that I go to, they also sell things from craft vendors. And this is the LA Mobility Doll. And they are located in Meredith, New Hampshire. They also have like little cats with mittens, but I don't know, I fell in love with this guy. And yeah, he's a little mouse. He's so cute. And he is called a mobility doll because you can basically make him do whatever you please. And so I have him in this little pose with his hands like that. And he's just so cute. Say hi. I'm so corny, but I just love him. He is probably my favorite Christmas decoration so far. He's my little buddy. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. These two single shadows. He's a little mouse or a rat. What is he? A rat or a mouse?